So first thing, I hope that you have been enjoying all the tutorials we have been covering till now, and I hope that you have learned .NET to a great extent. Now, for so many days I was the only person who was speaking, and that was but obvious because I am your faculty, right? So I have to speak. But now I would like to throw this ball to your court, because when we talk about C# programming, right, it is not just about somebody teaching for days and days together, but it is also about implementing. It's also about creating a project. It's also about getting a feel of actual development. So for the coming days, what we'll do is, let's go ahead and create a sample project. So here's a simple sample project which I would like to give to students who have been following these videos for so many days. And also, while doing this project, we would like to provide you Skype support for any issues. So once you're done with this project, send us your code, send us your database script at questpond@questpond.com, so that we can help you out, we can give our inputs, and we can make that project better and you can learn better. Second, any issues you face right while doing this project, contact us on our Skype support, questpond support 1, or you can also call us on our mobile 9967590707, or else you can call on our landline number 66752917. And before you take our support, please do flash your subscriber email ID so that we can validate and serve you better. So let's discuss about what exactly this project is. So this project is going to be a very simple invoicing application where the end user can come in and put invoice number, he can put in a customer name, he can put the invoice date on which this invoice was made, customer address, the status of the invoice, like is this invoice paid or unpaid, and finally every invoice has products, so he can go and add multiple products to this invoice. And finally we would like to also display the total invoice amount when this invoice is printed or displayed. Now, adding to this, right, there are certain validations also which we would like to do when we create this invoicing project. First one, invoice number, customer name, invoice date and status is compulsory. So in other words, when he's going to add a new invoice, if he does not provide the invoice number or customer name or invoice date, we should just throw up error saying that these are compulsory fields. Second, invoice number is of the format INV 01001. So it has INV first, and then there is a 4-digit number. So in other words, if the end user tries to go and put something like just 1001, you will pop up a message saying that this invoice number is not in a proper format. That is the second validation. The third validation is that invoice date cannot be greater than today's date. So if he wants, he can put a back date if he wishes, but he cannot put date which is greater than today's date. Every invoice should have at least one product. So in other words, if he tries to go and add an invoice with no products to it, we should just throw up an exception and say that at least add one product. And yes, one invoice can have multiple products. So if a customer comes to buy something from you, he can buy pants, shirts and lots of other things, and all these purchase can be grouped into one invoice. If an invoice is paid, right, in case a person pays the invoice, he should not be able to update or delete that invoice, because once it is paid, it is closed. Okay. And for the product, right, you can create a product master and you can have separate maintenance screen for it. So in other words, probably you can have one screen where you can go and add products, and you can go and add the per price of the product, and then that product would be pulled up in your invoice screen when he tries to enter the invoice. And all of this, product amount, price, everything should come from this product master. So these are some validations which we would like to follow when we are creating this invoice project. Also in this project, we would like to put some technical requirements. The first one is that for now we'll just concentrate to create this project as a web application. That means using ASP.NET. Second, in this project, we would like our students to follow a 3-tier architecture. So create a separate user interface, create a separate middle tier which has a validation, create a separate data access layer, and those kind of things, which we have already covered in our classes as well. We would like to have insert, update and delete operations for the invoice table, as well as any kind of masters if you create, if any. The database design should be normalized, so it should be in a third normal form. And wherever possible, please try to follow the object-oriented programming concepts like creating classes, objects and properties. We would like to see less behind code and more code which is centralized in classes and objects. And finally, we would like that this application should be secured by using at least forms authentication. So go ahead, try to complete this project, and don't worry about failure. In case you are not able to complete this project, please email us at questpoint@questpoint.com. We can provide you the source code of this project, because at the back end we have already completed this project. But we would like to see a genuine attempt from our students as well, so that you can learn C# well. The main intention why we have given this project is two purposes. One is that yes, you have to learn C#, but the other is that we would like to see that you just do not learn C#, but you also learn that okay, how to go and create a proper architecture, how to go and do proper database designing, how to go and implement security. So our main goal is to see that not only the completion of the project, but the approach how you make to this project. So go ahead, try to complete this project. Any issues, call us on Skype. You can see on the above slide, I have also flashed my mobile numbers, our landline numbers. We'll give you as much as support as possible. And in case you still have problems, we'll always provide you the source code as well as the database script which we have created for this project at the back end. Thank you so much. I hope that you learn C#, you prosper, and you get a job soon as well. Thank you so much.